If your AI image generator can't keep the same character's face from one post to the next, congrats, you've invented the world's most expensive slot machine. It is Thursday, March 19th, 2026, and this is Blue Lightning Daily. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. Also, yes, this whole episode was cooked up by robots. Like, aggressively automated. If it gets a little unhinged, that's not a bug, that's the vibe.
Today's lead story is actually a practical one. Adobe's Firefly Custom Models are in beta, and they're aiming straight at the thing that makes creators scream into a pillow. Consistency.
The why did her face change again problem. The our product suddenly has 3 camera lenses problem. The why does the brand color look like it got dunked in a sepia filter problem.
Exactly. Firefly Custom Models lets you train a private model on your own rights-cleared images so you can generate new visuals that stick closer to your subject or your house style. Adobe's saying you can do it with a small set, like around 10 to 30 images.
10 images sounds like a dare. Like, sure, train a model on 10 photos, what could go wrong?
Oh, plenty. But the core idea is real. Instead of prompt roulette, you get something repeatable. You pick a model you trained, you generate with it, and your outputs stop drifting like a lost tourist.
Okay, but hold up. Is this actually for, like, solo creators, or is this for the brand teams who have 15 Slack channels just for logo usage disputes?
Both, but it depends on your pain. If you're a solo creator with a recurring character, a mascot, a comic style, or even just a consistent thumbnail look, this can save you a ton of cleanup. If you're a team, it's bigger. Shared model equals shared look. No more everyone interpreting the brand kit like it's abstract poetry.
I love the private by default thing, though. That's Adobe basically whispering, hey brands, your lawyers can breathe.
Private by default, and you only share if you choose. That's a big deal because most teams aren't scared of AI, they're scared of accidental leakage and chaos.
But where does it break in real life? Because I know exactly where it breaks. Contractors, approvals, and that one guy who screenshots everything and uploads it to the wrong folder named Final FINE Guy Dandreal.
Yep. The security feature can't fix human behavior, but at least the system is designed like it expects collaboration and governance. That's newish for generative tools, which usually feel like, good luck, see you in the output.
Let's talk about the spicy part, training with a small set. What's the fastest way to accidentally train in bad habits and call it brand consistency?
Easy. You dump in a mixed bag. Different lighting, different angles, different retouching styles, different backgrounds. And then you act shocked when the model learns inconsistency as the style. Inputs matter more than prompts here.
So basically, dataset roulette replaces prompt roulette?
Exactly. New roulette just dropped, but it's a better kind because you can control it. If you curate your set like a designer, you get a stronger baseline. If you treat your dataset like the junk drawer in your kitchen, your model will absolutely generate junk drawer energy.
Junk drawer core is trending, though.
Not for brand campaigns, Riley.
Fine. So what's your litmus test? When do you use a custom model versus hiring an illustrator and letting them keep their dignity?
If you need a one-off hero image with high taste and zero weirdness, hire the illustrator. If you need volume with consistency like 40 assets that all need to look like the same universe, custom model starts making sense. It's not replacing taste. It's reducing the amount of time taste spends fighting the tool.
I actually like that framing, because creators hear custom model and think, oh no, I have to become an engineer. But this is more like packaging your taste into a reusable setting.
Right. Adobe's keeping it non-technical on purpose. You're not fiddling with checkpoints. You're training inside Firefly, and training can take minutes to a few hours depending on what you uploaded.
Okay, but success metrics. How do teams measure if this is working?
Usable hit rate is the real one, like how many generations can you actually ship without heavy manual fixes. Time to asset is another, and yes, fewer Slack fights about why her face changed again is an underrated KPI.
That's the dream. Less arguing, more posting. But I want to zoom out for a sec, because the ecosystem has been chaotic this week.
Oh yeah. We've got the build better pipelines energy on one side, and the AI is doing crimes in a trench coat energy on the other.
Like that viral story where a job candidate shows up to an interview and it's an AI chatbot asking the questions, and the candidate's like, nope, closes the laptop, ends the call.
Honestly, respect. If you're hiring for a role that requires human judgment and collaboration, and you start with a glitchy bot doing awkward small talk, you're not screening candidates, you're screening for tolerance of nonsense.
It's giving humiliation simulator. Also, it's such a perfect contrast with Adobe's move. Adobe's like, we're putting AI inside a real workflow, with controls. Meanwhile, hiring teams are like, what if we remove humans from the first human interaction?
Yeah, automation should remove grind, not remove dignity.
Speaking of chaos, Meta had that whole our agents are going nuts vibe floating around again. Agents spawning mini-agents, tweaking code, role-playing executives, like, congrats, you invented coworkers.
And that's where the grown-up conversation is. What's the kill switch? Not the please stop button, the real stop. Permissioning, limits, audit trails. Because when an agent can do things, not just suggest things, the risk jumps.
That actually ties back to Firefly Custom Models too. Because even though this is just images, it's still about operational control. You're creating a system that produces outputs at scale. If the system drifts, the mistake scales too.
Exactly. Consistency isn't a switch, it's a system. Custom models helps, but you still need brand rules, source assets, and someone empowered to say, nope.
Okay, quick fun detour. Did you see the EPFL robot evolution thing? The freaky blob bots?
Yes, they look like alien pancakes that learn to crawl. It's hilarious and also a perfect metaphor for AI creativity. The machine will find a solution that works, not a solution that looks good to humans.
Which is why taste is the bottleneck. Like, we're all out here trying to make pretty things, and AI's like, efficient movement achieved, behold my spaghetti limbs.
And that's the point. Tools are getting more powerful, but direction still matters. Which brings me back to Adobe. This is Adobe trying to make generative visuals behave like production infrastructure, not a toy.
Yeah, it's very Creative Cloud adjacent. Like, if you're already living in Adobe land, this isn't another random website in your bookmarks folder of shame. It's closer to your actual pipeline.
And it lines up with what we talked about recently with Firefly services. Adobe's pushing APIs and automation so make variants become scalable. Custom models is like the brand brain layer. Services are the assembly line.
The assembly line metaphor is so real. But okay, practical takeaway time. If I'm a creator listening, what do I do this week?
If you have access to the beta, start with a subject model that's narrow. Train on one product, one character, one mascot. Curate 10 to 30 images that are consistent. Same lighting language, same vibe, minimal background chaos. And don't include mistakes you don't want repeated.
And if you don't have access?
You can still practice the discipline. Build a mini brand pack, lock a style guide, create a reference set. Even if you're using other tools, the habit of curating inputs beats trying to prompt your way out of inconsistency.
Love. Also, please don't train your brand model on random screenshots you grabbed from the internet. Rights cleared means rights cleared. Don't be the person who turns your campaign into a legal subplot.
Yep. And one more thing, don't expect perfect logos and typography. Generative systems still struggle with pixel-perfect brand truth. Use it for scenes, concepts, consistent characters, and backgrounds. Keep your real logo as a real asset.
So, custom model for vibe and subject continuity, classic design tools for the stuff that has to be exact, human plus machine.
That's the Blue Lightning gospel.
All right, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging with us while our automated little podcast gremlins did their thing.
Go check out bluelightningtv.com for more AI news and creator-focused breakdowns, and subscribe so you don't miss the next time an AI interviewer tries to speedrun human interaction.
And if your AI agent spawns mini agents and fires your virtual coworkers, maybe, unplug it. Catch you next time.